Welcome to a new episode of Bison Insider. I am your host, Mr. John McLemore. I am joined today by a very special young man. His name, Mr. Scott Grahl. Welcome to the program, Mr. Scott Grahl.
Thank you, John.
You're looking very well today.
Oh, thank you. So are you.
Thanks. So what's your position with our center?
I am what they call a CTS. That stands for Career Transition Specialist. But for the students at Job Corps, it's probably easier for them to remember I'm like a career counselor.
Okay, that makes it really easy. How long have you been working here?
About 2 years and 6 months. I started in October of 1997, 2.5 years ago.
Wait,
Did I do the math right?
1997 would be
1998. Yep. Yep, 1998. Yep. I tried to do that quick in my head. I know one of the math teachers would have caught that. So
It would be 2018, correct? Because this is 2020.
yeah, it would be 2018, October 2018. Yeah.
You're living a little far in the past. That's okay though. Uh,
Ah,
so let's get into some more thought-provoking questions. What's your favorite brand of vehicle?
I like the Chevrolet, and because I have a Trailblazer and my wife has a Traverse, so we both have Chevrolets. But she's got the Traverse and I have the Trailblazer. They're very dependable. They're good for cross-country trips. They're rugged. You can take them on the back roads, four-wheel drive.
Perfect. Thank you. How violently do you have to fight the urge to scream when you hear the ice cream truck coming down your street?
Well, I'm lucky because where I live, we don't have an ice cream truck. Um, but if we were to be hypothetical and say that we had one, I would say that I had so much ice cream when I was a young kid growing up that I can resist the urge pretty good.
Okay. Well, staying with the ice cream theme for this next question, uh, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh my, oh, I, I you know, I would the worst thing that I would do is put the money on the table and purchase one. That's about what I do for a Klondike bar. How'd you know I like Klondike bars?
Most people do.
Most people do, yeah.
Who is your favorite excuse me, wow. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
This is probably going to surprise people, maybe not. I really like Spider-Man. And the reason I like Spider-Man is because he's so athletic. I know all the other superheroes are super athletic, but the way he can scale the buildings and he can fly with his web and he can stretch out. The other thing I like him, the reason I like him, and this is kind of like an addition to the question, is he has overcome his fear of heights, and I have a little bit of a fear of heights. That's kind of an understatement, but the fact that he can go on those big 20-story buildings and fly around, he has a lot of courage, and he overcomes his fear despite the fear of heights. So that's another reason I like that one superhero.
Thank you. That's a very good answer. Um, Couple more questions here before our time is up. Um, this is a little harder, little brain teaser for you. But what travels around the world but stays in one spot?
What travels around the world stays in one spot? Oh, oh, not the sun or the moon, is it?
No.
I know it's not that. I give up, John.
It's a stamp. Once you lick it, you put it in
Oh,
one
that
spot.
is so good.
So,
That's excellent. I should have known better to try to guess the right answer.
it's okay. Again, it's a thinking moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
But on a more serious note now, do you have any words of encouragement for our students during this time?
My biggest word of encouragement is this too shall pass, meaning what we're going through is not going to last forever. It is something that is an experience we all are going through, and that might be a kind of like an encouraging thing for people to realize you're not in it alone, that everybody else is going through what you're going through. And that probably once this is all over and you're looking back, you will probably think back and think that you probably grew and that it was a beneficial part of your life. You're not thinking that right now. And think that, you're going to get over the hump. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and that we're going to get through it together. And plus, the other thing is in life, you do have to go through things. And I know it's a little bit difficult for people when you're younger. If you haven't experienced, a lot of obstacles and a lot of tragedy and a lot of challenges, but going through things is a part of life. And I know this is really, really, really drastic, going through something, but the fact that we're going through it and that we'll get through it, and that when we do get through it, we look back and you'll say to yourself, geez, I made it through.
Those very, very strong words of encouragement. I appreciate that. And unfortunately, it is kind of that time, the end of this interview, and I apologize. I wish I could come up with more questions for you, but just want to remind everybody who's watching, go over to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more episodes. Then head over to our Facebook page, the Burdick Job Corps Community. Make sure you to mash that like button so you can stay up with the news. And to keep it with tradition, one final thought before we leave. You may know the answer, you may not know the answer, and that's okay. Have you heard about the restaurant that they put on the moon?
No, I don't think I have.
They said it's great food, but no atmosphere.
Oh, John, I think you missed your calling.
Maybe, I'm not sure. But in any event, we just want that everybody stays safe, and
yeah.
See you soon.
See ya.